Trying to uplevel your business can sometimes feel like an uphill battle. You feel like you're not quite sure how to raise your rates or how to position your offer so that way clients will say, yes, that's exactly what it is that I'm looking for. I hear this all the time when I'm speaking to freelancers, service providers, virtual assistants, OBMs, that they're trying to get clients to pay them more to really start understanding all of the amazingness that they have to offer, but they're not really sure how to put their offers together and how to package them the right way. Well, this is a topic that we covered inside our strategic operations bootcamp that we actually have going on right now. This is a bootcamp that we offer about every single month. And I'll put the link to our next one below. So if you want to join us in our next one, we would love to see you there. But today's was just so good. I wanted to share it with all of you. So we're going to dive into the replay of what we talked about today on that call, where it was going through all of the amazingness of how you can up-level your offer, how you can actually get less clients but make more money because you are being more strategic about the way that you present your offer. And we can go from charging hourly to more a package base where you are actually giving yourself a raise instead of a pay decrease because you're getting better at your job. So let's dive right into today's content. When we're looking at like tasks versus more of this like strategic thinking, a lot of the times when we say the things that we do or we're creating packages, especially when we're trying to get new clients, we look at more of the task side. Like, these are the things I'm going to do for you. So I'm going to work for 20 hours a month for you, or I'm going to post 17 reels for you each month, or like whatever it is. It's you're talking about the things that you're doing, the tasks. Where the problem with doing that, especially if you're charging hourly for things, is the faster that you get, the less money that you make.
Mhm.
So if you are doing a task, let's say, like, even if it's strategic planning or anything like that, when you first get started, anytime that you do something new, it's going to take you a little bit longer. So let's say that something it takes you 10 hours to do and you're charging $100 an hour. I'm just doing this for easy math for my head. So then you're going to make like $1,000, right? So let's say though you get faster and faster at what you do, and you can do that same thing in 5 hours. Well, now instead of making $1,000, you're only making 500. So you've cut your income in half because you got faster. So that makes no sense to me. Of where if you're getting better at your job and you're setting your own pricing and everything, you're actually giving yourself a pay decrease. So there's no incentive for you to be faster or to get better at what you do because it means making less money. Like, let that just sink in a little bit.
Yeah. And we've got integrator, ops specialist, and founder and CEO with Courtney. And she said, yes, it's taken some getting used to since I'm used to being the doer.
Yes. Yes. And this is a huge shift. I had to go through that shift too, because the very first business I started was a web design agency and I was the doer. Like, I built the websites, I did all the things, and then making that shift, it's a hard shift. So totally get that. So when we're thinking about creating packages, instead of just doing like hourly packages and charging hourly for the things that we do, or even saying, like, I remember even hiring in our last business that Louise and I built together, we hired an operations director, and she was $3,000 a month for 40 hours a month. And she would just do whatever we asked her to do, and it would be for 40 hours. But the problem with that, again, is if you are going faster at what you do, then like there's extra hours that you have to then make up and like all of these things. So instead, putting your packages based off of the outcome. So business owners actually don't care how many hours you're working. Honestly, they don't. What they want is they want the outcome of what it is that they're going to get from you doing the thing. So no one's really here doing social media, but that's usually the one that I use because we all do our own social media and it's easy to relate to. So business owners don't care if you're posting 5 times a week for them. That doesn't really matter because anyone can post 5 times a week. What they really want is they want to get like X amount of clients from the post, or they want to see like a certain amount of growth, or like what's the outcome of posting? Like, why is it that you're doing the thing that you're doing? And that's the thing that you put your packages around, on that outcome. What's the outcome that you are providing for them? And so instead of having like a $3,000 a month package for 40 hours, it's what is that? What's the outcome of why we're hiring you? So it could be like, I was thinking some of the reasons why I hired this operations director. It was to manage our whole CRM, build out all the funnels and everything we need, test everything to make sure that it's working. So putting all of that together, then it would be like, okay, I will manage your entire CRM, all your funnels and everything to make sure that everything is working properly. And you don't have to worry that an email is being sent out at the wrong time, or a landing page is not going to work, or your checkout page is broken. All of those things will be taken care of. That's all I wanted. I didn't really want 40 hours. Does that make sense?
Totally. And to add on to that, and if you're done at you've done everything they've asked you to do at 30 hours, and then you have to go back to them and ask them, "What else do you have for me to do?" That's not a good thing. It sounds like it's a good thing, but the owner is like, I don't know," and it makes
Mhm.
them feel like they just paid for an extra 10 hours and got nothing.
Yes,
So,
totally,
that's
totally,
a
which
huge thing too, that
I
nobody
don't think
really.
we've ever talked about that, Louise, but that is like so spot on too. Like coming to a business owner and being like, okay, I'm done with everything you gave me. Then they're like, oh, well, then they start like, the first thing I thought of when you said that was, I'm overpaying.
Mhm,
Yeah, totally.
mhm,
Yes.
and I've had that in several calls lately,
Mm,
that people have been saying that exact, like, and it's hard to get stuff from them because then they have to like, create busy work for
yeah.
you to do just so they feel like they got their allotted money, the time paid
Yeah.
for, you know what I mean? So they have to, like, create stupid projects that are in, like, 3 years from now.
Mhm.
"Oh, why don't you clean out my email?" Or, just simple things that just to give them time, and it makes them think more when they need to be in their business. It makes them go back into the doer mode themselves.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So true. That's such a good point. And the other thing is like this whole week, we're going to be talking about creating a strategic growth plan and what that looks like. And if you are helping a business owner do that, you aren't going to have to go to the business owner and ask them, like, well, what else do you want me to do? You just start working on the next thing. You'll have a whole list of here's all the things that need to happen. So it makes it so you can actually get things done faster and meet deadline, like get done before the deadline and everything, which then that just makes the business owner be like, you're amazing, you're like doing things faster than what I thought. And so like then they start referring you, and like all this goodness comes from that.
good things. Yeah, and your clients aren't paying you to be busy either. They're paying you to think, anticipate, and solve problems before they become expensive for them. That's the bottom line. That's what they want. When you get on the phone call with them and they say, "Oh, I need this, this, and this," the underlying that they're not saying is, "I need you to be proactive and see things for me. Like, get out your magic ball and figure out what's coming down the pike," because those things that they need, that they need and they know they need, is a total different level to what they need that they have no idea that they need. So
Yes.
they aren't paying you to be busy at all.
Yeah, that's mic drop, guys, really. So let that kind of sink in and look at the way that you are doing your offers right now. I mean, you're going to be learning more through this strategic operations boot camp, that you can figure out like, how do I start adding in more of this, like a strategic growth plan you can do for your clients. And with that, that's going to be changing up some of your offers anyway. So let's look at how we're positioning our offers right now and how we can actually change that. And if this is something that you need help with, if you have not had a victory call with Louise yet, I highly recommend that you, and usually have the link set up, Louise,
Oh, my bad.
but I don't, let me grab the link for you guys real quick, for you to book a victory call. That, Louise, why don't you tell people about the victory call and what you do on that call while I
Right, while
find
you're
it?
looking at that, so we kind of look into your business. I look into your business, and you tell me where you're at, where you want to go, how you see things, um, and I kind of start seeing patterns and holes in where you're at. I will show you how to figure out your offer. I will show you how to handle marketing a little bit with social media, because I know everyone's favorite thing to do is social media. So we always go through that a little bit, but just kind of giving you insight into an o- an overview of everything that you've got going on, because my specialty is finding holes. I am the hole finder. They will scream out at me in the middle of in the middle of our conversation. So it's a great call. I love these calls. You get a lot of information. I try and help you out within the yacht club where you kind of need to be, what you need to look at, if you need to narrow down your avatar more. There are different courses within the yacht club that you need to look at, and kind of where you need to be, and kind of what you need to do next to get to that next level. So it's a really good call. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and look, I figured out how to put it on the screen.
Look at you.
So, if you haven't had a victory call with Louise, like, these are free calls, like, we don't try to sell you anything. It really is just, we want to help you to set your business up for success. So, get on with Louise. It's awesome.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. And sometimes they're group calls. Sometimes you catch me and you're the only one there. So, but it's not a huge group call. And I don't let people record because I don't want people knowing other people's business if you're uncomfortable with that. But strangely, when it is more than one person, usually they hook up and become business besties.
Mm.
So I think everything kind of lines up the way it's supposed to. So it's really interesting. I hope to see some of you on, well, all of you really, on my booking, on my little booking number right there, the bottom. It's over there.
Yes. So, if you haven't had a call with Louise yet, make sure you get that scheduled. So, if you found that valuable, we would love to see you inside our next boot camp. Like I said, the link is in the description. Go ahead and sign up for our next one. We would love to see you there. And if you would like to have a free call with Louise and talk through your offer, it's something that we offer for free. And like I said, we're not trying to sell you anything. It really is just, how can we help you and give you some of the resources so that way you can make sure you're really nailing down your offer. You're getting ideas of how you can get more clients, and it is personalized and specific to you. So make sure you get that. The link to that is also in the description. Thanks so much for staying to the end, and keep thinking strategically. Trying to uplevel your business can sometimes feel like an uphill battle. You feel like you're not quite sure how to raise your rates or how to position your offer so that way clients will say, yes, that's exactly what it is that I'm looking for. I hear this all the time when I'm speaking to freelancers, service providers, virtual assistants, OBMs, that they're trying to get clients to pay them more to really start understanding all of the amazingness that they have to offer, but they're not really sure how to put their offers together and how to package them the right way. Well, this is a topic that we covered inside our strategic operations bootcamp that we actually have going on right now. This is a bootcamp that we offer about every single month. And I'll put the link to our next one below. So if you want to join us in our next one, we would love to see you there. But today's was just so good. I wanted to share it with all of you. So we're going to dive into the replay of what we talked about today on that call, where it was going through all of the amazingness of how you can up-level your offer, how you can actually get less clients but make more money because you are being more strategic about the way that you present your offer. And we can go from charging hourly to more a package base where you are actually giving yourself a raise instead of a pay decrease because you're getting better at your job. So let's dive right into today's content. So if you found that valuable, we would love to see you inside our next bootcamp. Like I said, the link is in the description. Go ahead and sign up for our next one. We would love to see you there. And if you would like to have a free call with Louise and talk through your offer, it's something that we offer for free. And like I said, we're not trying to sell you anything. It really is just how can we help you and give you some of the resources so that way you can make sure you're really nailing down your offer. You're getting ideas of how you can get more clients, and it is personalized and specific to you. So make sure you get that. The link to that is also in the description, and we'll see you guys all on our next video. Thanks so much for staying to the end, and keep thinking strategically.